carrots. These carrots are divine. You get a dozen for a dime. It's magic. What's up? Trying to get my dribble right. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Haiti does it again. They known for killing their presidents and shit like that. They're known for killing their presidents, their rulers. If I'm not mistaken, they killed Toussaint Louverture. I'm gonna look that up real quick. The Birdman ain't cut that check. What's up with Juvenile, y'all? Girl, you look good. Why don't you vac that thing up? You's a big fine woman. Why don't you vac that thing up? Them niggas done lost their mind. They doing anything for money at this point. This is crazy. Good afternoon, people. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so you get the notifications. Wyclef would have been out of here. The lovely Suzanne Douglas passed away. She's one of the most gorgeous women I've ever seen in person. Vax that thing up. Yeah, man, they done fucked the classic song up, man, in the name of the vaccination and shit that we ain't too much fond of and shit. I'm noticing it seems like more and more people starting to get it, but I heard that they might feel sorry in a couple of years. Corey Turner was good. He said Haitian Jack kept it moving to the Republic. Yeah, he wasn't going to put up with all of that. The Haitian government, it's always been crazy over there. It's always been crazy over there. They, I seen in a documentary that Papa Doc was so extreme. He was so extreme and he used the black magic and shit to keep an aura around him of, I don't know, danger, because Haitian people will storm that capital. They the originators of the storm the capital and shit. They come up in there and get with you. Do they feel that we are that gullible to listen to the song and get vaccinated? Not gonna happen. Ain't nobody listening to them niggas. Demon spirits. I'm Haiti for real. They don't fuck around. They killed Toussaint Louverture. Toussaint was one of the generals that led them to their liberation. And they killed, they killed him. A lot of crazy shit going on. He said, what a day so far. Subscribe to the channel so you get the notifications. Juvenile and Manny Fresh have taken their classic song, Back That Thing Up, and they put it on the host roll. They put it on the host roll. For real. I don't know what to think, man. Like, damn, do y'all not know who this shit is gonna affect, man? Like, what the fuck? They not going to rock musicians and saying, why don't y'all make a song? They're not doing that. They going to people who directly affect us. That's crazy. The First Lady of Haiti died as well. They don't fuck around, man. Good afternoon, everybody. He said, Gully got me right in that fashion bomb hat. Get yours. Get yours. You see I'm wearing this. It's one of my sponsors, Global Currency. I got the Bitcoin hat on, so y'all don't feel like the biggest loser all along. Oh, man. I was in support of the crypto thing, man. I don't know now. I don't think anybody knows what the fuck going on now. Juvenile got on Vlad and said he hated another black man. Young Buck. Probably should have put a little bit more thought into that. Y'all like this video. I appreciate y'all for coming through. A lot of shit going on, a lot of shit going on, a lot of shit going on. He said he had on the same shirt from the original video. They trying to trick us for real, huh? Crypto was a lick. Juvenile probably didn't even take the vaccine. I'm Haitian. Thanks for talking about that, Gully. It's world news. They black like us. They black like us. It's my duty to pass on the news that affects us. The news that applies to us. Yeah. So, my man said down 50% by the dip. The dips ain't looking like they've been recovering lately and shit. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Subscribe to the channel and shit. A lot of shit going on. The lovely Suzanne Douglas passed away. She was 62 years old. She was one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in person. Straight up, cold showstopper. She gave me a hug. Yeah, I heard about the Haitian president killed, man. I came here to chit-chat with y'all about that. Haitian president killed. Haiti is just, they in the class by themselves. They in the class by themselves. Are you into precious metals? I like to be. Ain't gold a precious metal? Bum City said the COVID lockdown is coming back. Did he have any security? Man, when the towns folks, when they rush, security ain't gonna help you, man. They tear your security apart too. Yeah. He said, I bet him and man, he got a crazy check. The president was oppressing his people. What else is new in these fucking I don't know, what's referred to as third world countries? What else is new? Dominican Republic has closed their borders right now. Get a holistic person on to talk that ginger talk. We can go off into that at any point. I really want to know how y'all feel about hip hop being used to influence us. It's always been used as an influence, but I mean, used to target and influence us specifically and shit. I wonder how y'all feel about that. I don't see nobody else being offered incentives to take the virus. Like some places they giving away free weed, another place they give you a dinner. Like, what's the big idea with this? Like, what's behind the trap door? Australia is locked down. The Haitian president and the Tanzanian president didn't vaccinate their citizens, and they both dead now. What was that about? I'm Haitian, and we just proved Donald Trump right. We a shithole country for real. Donald Trump just sued several social media platforms. He sued Twitter. He sued Facebook. I think he sued IG and YouTube too. I think he sued them all. He said they trying to suppress his message. He said his Haitian dad attached to the assassination. He said Gully was raised Orthodox Muslim in a Nation of Islam. He said, do they classify all black artists as hip hop? I didn't know Lil Nas X was hip hop. He's not. He's not. He's not. He kicked out. I need to clarify something. We fuck with Fat Joe. We fuck with Fat Joe. I don't know how Fat Joe feel about black people. We fuck with like Fat Joe. I've been fucking with Fat Joe all my life. His music, everything, that from top to bottom. Fat Joe was the coach of the Terror Squad. That's Kareem Reed, played point guard on that team. I interviewed Kareem Reed. Um, his contributions you can't question. It's unquestionable. But he need to, just be careful on what he's saying. Shit, I'm pretty sure at this point he know he was out of order. He shouldn't be speaking on our affairs and shit. You don't speak on Italian affairs. You don't speak on Chinese affairs and shit. Like, how did you even get tricked into that? You from the projects. You from Forest Projects. You supposed to know better than that. We don't talk about each other. You bugging. So, again, Fat Joe just made a mistake. We fuck with Fat Joe. I do anyway. Love his music. Just did some sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? And to be racist, that's not foreign territory to me. That's not foreign to me and shit. Don't nobody like niggas. So, Mutar recently announced that Haitian Jack did not set up Tupac and that it was Jimmy. I announced that on my documentary a couple of years back. You can't get nobody that credit but the dribble. You got that here. Nobody was even talking about Haitian Jack. I believe most people might have been even scared to mention his name. Not saying that the Outlaws were, but just letting you know. They said the assassin spoke Spanish and American English. Man, that shit ain't got nothing to do with the fucking United States. The media brainwash blacks into hating Trump. I don't dislike him. I don't dislike Fat Joe either. Juvenile is on some bullshit right now. He need to check himself. Like, who team are you playing for, man? You mean to tell me you'll turn in your jersey with us for a little check? Just a little check? Come on, man. I think when somebody co-signs what's going on as far as this pandemic, I think they take on a political stance. I think you're no longer an entertainer now. Now you making political gestures and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you speaking on other people's behalf. I don't think that's cool. Shit. You seen they changed up on Sha'Carri about Olympics. I think people should keep an eye on her. Keep an eye on her. She's a female. You know what I mean? They deal with shit different. I was heard about it, so I know she heard about it. At this point, I'm pretty sure she got high as a motherfucker last night. When they kicked her off, she said, well, it's up now. The Olympics come along every 4 years and shit, man. The probability of her winning a gold medal 4 years from now is just like crazy. That's hard to wrap your mind around, man. But yeah, they kicked her out. Us, black people, our expectations are different from everybody else. So we got to be on our A+ game. Homegirl slipped up. They caught her slipping. They caught her slipping, yo. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure when they busted her, everybody else went to go, get the detox teas and the nice and to clean out their urine and shit. She just got hit on the head being too high profile. And, that's what they do. They humbled her. And this is the correct use of the word humble. This situation right here, the way they treated her and shit. They treating her as if she is non-official, like she's non-existent. You go look up the word humble, and that's what they did to her and shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah, humiliated her. Shout out to my nigga Young Cat. Young Cat, I worked with him out of Kansas City and shit. He got shot up. He shook it off. He on his feet. Hey, Cat, man, whatever you doing out there, man, change your life, man. I don't know. You might even have to change your music and just, make some changes, man. Put the crossover dribble down. You got a family. You got a son, Rico Bands, who trying to get busy in music. He needs you here. I ain't even going to lie. Shit, when I heard that you got shot up, I was traumatized because I remember when I was out there filming y'all, I remember what type of iron that I was seeing out there and shit. And I'm like, Man, if he got hit with anything like that I seen out there in Kansas City, it's gonna be hectic. But yeah, he shook it off. He said they taking hair samples, I'm sure. She fucked up, man. She fucked up. They used her. They made an example out of her. Future athletes and her, even her, because she's still young. From this point on, you got to be on your A+ game. There's other forms of competition. The Olympics, that ain't the end of the fucking world. That's not. It's not the end of the world. She's not the person to get, disbarred from the Olympics. She's not the first person to not attend the Olympics. There's heavyweight champions that didn't go to the Olympics and shit. People that ended up being heavyweight champions of the world who probably didn't go to the Olympics. So got whooped at the Olympics and shit. So she'll be all right. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video. We just kicking the Willy Bobo and shit. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now. I got on here to tell y'all about Juvenile and his new song. Vac that thing up. That's what they did to it. You's a big fine woman. Why don't you vac that thing up in support of the vaccine? Oh man, they took their song and turned it to a fucking jingle. Turned that shit to a jingle for a fucking. Come on, man. Come on, man. These niggas tap dancing for checks, man. This is crazy. The Olympics robbed Mayweather. Yeah, fuck the Olympics and shit. You know what I'm saying? When you go to the Olympics, you're doing what? When you go to the Olympics, you're doing what? Especially when you look like us. When your skin look like mine, your skin look like Sha'Carri. When you go to the Olympics, you're doing what? You're representing the United States of America, a country where we're treated as third-class citizens. So in all reality, it's people that won their medals and threw them in the river and shit. You know what I mean? So Mr. Mind Over Matter said they robbed Roy too. Yeah, they fucked 400 degrees up, man. Yeah, I heard about the Moors. They still ain't got faces, and we assuming they black, right? Is basketball players still going? Yeah, Jason Tatum announced today that he's going to be wearing number 10 in memory of Kobe Bryant. That's the number that Kobe wore. Jason Harris said Olympics is just like going to war, wide and on the line for the USA. Shakur Stevenson got robbed too. Subscribe to the channel. Good afternoon. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter at Gully TV1. Word. Rest in peace to the great Suzanne Douglas. One of the most gorgeous women I've ever seen in person. I always remember her as the mother on The Parenthood. She was in a lot of other shit too. She was in Jason's Lyrics. She was in Inkwell. I think she was in. She might have been How Stella Got a Groove. She might have been in How Stella Got a Groove back. I don't know, but just a great contribution to entertainment, Miss Douglas. Masterpiece signed a shoe deal. I'm glad you brought that up. This gonna go on my sports channel at some point. I only need about 80 more subscribers, and we lit over there at Gully TV Sports. So everybody that's here, if you haven't subscribed yet, go subscribe to Gully TV Sports. Anyway, last night, a lot of college players, a lot of Division I basketball players who had declared for the NBA draft, they went back. They said, no, we're not going. They changed their mind. They signed themselves out. At least 3 or 4 signed themselves out of the NBA draft. They feel, shit, I can go back to college and get me some money, and build myself up a little bit, I can always go to the NBA. But I'm already averaging 17, 18 points in college. I might as well stay here. I need an ashtray. Give me 1 second, please. DJ Wagner is next. Kyle Horton Jr. is next. You're going to hear that name and shit. He in Northwestern Pennsylvania, tearing shit up. Delquan Warren, you're going to hear that name too. Marquel Darnell, you're going to hear that name too. These athletes out of Northwestern PA about to tear shit up. Chantel Chaney says she was in Stella, how Stella got her groove back. Yeah, I didn't like her attitude and how Stella got her groove back. She knew how to play a serious ass black woman with her sexy ass. She used to be serious as a motherfucker. Couldn't nobody scold a motherfucker like her, like Miss Douglas, Suzanne Douglas. She get all up in your shit with that black girl magic. The day that I met Suzanne Douglas, have you seen the video I put up? I said that she invited my homeboy to, because he lived in New York. She invited him to a dance performance that she had coming up and shit. She was a dancer, like a ballerina or jazz or some shit like that. But yeah, she's a professional dancer too. She looked like she had a body of a dancer. She couldn't hide her body on the Parenthood. Like, you knew that she was like that for real. Julie was dancing on stage with Tom Steer at a Republican get together. That's like that might be, oh man. Again, it's money. I can't even repackage the narrative. It's money. If you're seen with somebody in politics, it's money. Prayers for Biz Markie. Prayers for Young Cat. Prayers for the whole world. Put some blessings on the planet. How about that? I believe she had a dancing episode on the show. Okay. My man Vaughn says, you picked the wrong time to go live. Hassan is live. Me and Hassan, we're not at odds. We got two different, ways of delivering the news and shit. You know what I mean? I rarely get on here. But Suzanne Douglas passed away today. And I had an encounter with her. So here I am. He said, I'm playing. No, you're not. 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 I be calling y'all on being petty niggers. When you come in here with petty niggerly shit, I call you on it and shit. I want you to know that this is the thoroughbred table. You can't sit down at this table with that type of shit in your blood. First time I remember Suzanne Douglas from the Cosby Show episode where she was trying to get Denise Lisa Bonet to go back to school to get her degree. She was 62 years old. Vaughn, nah, I'm about to make my moderators get on you. I'm about to make them get you up. Nah, I'm fucking with you, my nigga. Lucky the moderators didn't pounce on you for that bullshit. He said buildings collapsing and shit. You don't know that it's been said that we got some of the worst infrastructure, the United States, bridges, roads, infrastructure, buildings. Terrible. He said she was still bad for 62 years old. Gorgeous. Gone too soon. She was definitely up there with that. She had that Angela Bassett, Vanessa Bell Calloway beauty. You know what I mean? That rich chocolate beauty. I seen her in person. I was like, oh, she was trying to hide. She didn't want no encounter with us. It was only like 3 people in this little section of this, our whip had got told and shit. And what gave her away is her trying to turn her head. When she turned her head, I seen her cheekbones, and you could see her hair. She had the fucking, the weave braids in and shit. So I got a chance to see. I said, man, whoever that is right there, she's like an R&B singer or something. I know her. She's beautiful. She turned around with Suzanne Douglas. He said, the owners of that spot in Florida are going to be sued. At this point, fuck a lawsuit. All them people got fucking hurt in that shit. He said the Haitian president died today. No, he didn't. Dying is a natural process. Last I heard, he got whacked. Kenny said, that's Jerry from the Parenthood. Yep, that was her name, Jerry. Mm-hmm. He was assassinated, correct. If you look at the history, if you look at Haiti's history and look at the history of their rulers, just look at what happens to people who occupies that presidency out there. Somebody might need to do a new approach. He said, I just read a little bit about the Haitian situation. It's going to be bad for a while. Master of Zero says, so we're going to all act like Mikey T ain't ODing with OBA shit right now. What he doing ain't too different than niggas talking about jail over and over. You know what I mean? That ain't no diss to them niggas' channels, but if you want your shit to be moving around and shit, you got to start the variety show, man. Stephen Burrell, absolutely not. Probably not. In the 48 Laws of Power, it says the best allies or the best friends are former enemies. Take it how you want it, however that applies to you. That's just a book that I read, book that I'm into. Are they serious with the video for the vaccine? You see it, right? It's on IG. Go to Gully TV World on Instagram. I posted it. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. They brought it to the table. They said, what type of camera do you use when you go live? I need to get one. It's called MacBook Pro. It's called a MacBook, man. Just get your lights and shit up. Good afternoon, people. Rest in peace to the great thespian, Suzanne Douglas. She will be missed. Lansky's Corner says Papa Doc for life. CIA knows everything going on down in their backyard. They might not have done it, but they sure didn't stop it. Facts. Robert Greene said he made that book for Savage Culture. New Jack Fabric, good afternoon. What city's in here this afternoon? Who in here dribbling this afternoon? I already know DC in the building at all times. I already know Jersey in the building at all times. Told you, Camden. Atlanta, Dallas, West Palm Beach, DC, Uptown DC, Syracuse, Richmond, Thanks for showing the Bay love. I ain't done with y'all. You know what? I'm gonna create a whole playlist for the Bay Area out of my videos, so y'all don't have to search for them. I got a lot of Bay Area videos. Bad News, Virginia, The Bird, Southeast DC, Detroit, Northeast DC, Georgia, Chi-Town, DMV, Erie, PA, Dion, what up? Orlando, Broward. Okay. He said, Robert Greene, I like the art of seduction. He seemed a little bit deceptive and manipulative. That's my favorite book out of all the ones that he wrote. Seriously. I hear y'all. I see y'all. St. Louis. Subscribe to the channel. He said you hear about TikTok twins and the murder of their father. I heard a little something about it. I'm about in tune with it as you are, though. He said you invest in Bitcoin? No. At one point I did. I started to see. I seen the demise. I don't know what's going on now. Ruger is fire. I told y'all that before. I told y'all that about 6 to 9 months ago. I wonder how they even got in his crib. Haitian niggas is outlaws over there on that island, man. This not the first president. They do this. This is what they do. They whack their leadership. They whack their leadership. Mind you, these are the only people that resisted fucking slavery. They fought against the French, the English, and I think the Italian armies for 12 years and won their own liberation. These niggas is hardcore. So they hardcore, man. He said that's regular Haitian business. He said Spanish. They came in through the front door. That shit was a professional hit. Leadership be corrupt. I seen Papa Doc's documentary. Papa Doc was in power when Haitian Jack's family was there. When Papa Doc, whenever they overthrew him or whatever happened with him, whenever his regime came to an end, that's when Haitian Jack and his people had to cut out because they was down with him. True story. But Papa Doc in his documentary, he started out curing a lot of people. He was a real doctor. He cured a lot of people from, I can't remember what fucking ailment it was. A flu or something. It was something that was over there killing people, but he saved a lot of people. And that's how they got the belief in him, because they seen his power of healing. He was an actual doctor. That was part of his mystique. And he kind of used that to his advantage. He mixed the medical practice and the profession with the hoodoo. And that's how he kept people in check. He said, Papa Doc, people still on the low to this day. Facts. Facts. They wouldn't want nobody to know. He said that's why Wyclef got out of there. That's probably why Haitian Jack is in the Dominican Republic. He said he died from natural causes. I'm talking about prior leadership like Toussaint Louverture. The Haitian Revolution was led by Toussaint Louverture and Bookman Dottie. They set it off. I'm leaving somebody out. They're gonna put it in the comments though. Jean-Jacques Dessalines. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. He said they shot Wyclef in Haiti. Did they? The Haitians beat Napoleon gang. That's how we got the Louisiana Purchase. If it wasn't for that, America would be half of its current size. Bookman was from Jamaica, but he was there. Yeah, Bookman was the one that set it off. A lot of this shit that I'm kicking to y'all was on my Haitian Jack Speaks Part 2. He said, Mikey T, shit must be some up north shit. He don't get no wreck down here. Where you from, my nigga? He don't get no wreck down there because he keep talking about a topic that y'all don't know about or y'all might not be a fan of. Y'all might not be in the ARAB and y'all might not be in the OBH. Y'all might not even know who that is down in Texas and Florida and Alabama and shit like that. So, hey, man, get what you call for, man. He said, I believe Haitian Jack's family. It was their affiliation was with Papa Doc. I know who Crime Apple is. Don't nobody hold a microphone to their face in America, and I don't know who they is. I do this. I be online all night, straight up. I just told you I wanted a young cat from Kansas City. Kansas City, Kansas. Y'all ain't even know it was black folks in Kansas, did y'all? Y'all ain't even know it was black folks in Kansas, did y'all? It's hip hop out there. The dribble move around, so I'm aware. Shout out to Cat. Get well soon. You first see Rome Streets on here 3 years ago. Easy. My man said, nigga, it's black folks everywhere. Well, all right. Goddamn. I was shocked because I went to go see him in Kansas City. And he told me, you know, some of us from Kansas City and some of us from Kansas City, Kansas, which is right over the, you know, right over the road and shit. He said, you have to touch on the black flooded towns that became man-made lakes as a cover-up. Wow. Wow. He said, there ain't no black folks in South Dakota. Now, I ain't never heard of no black folks out there and shit. There's a lot of Haitians in Kansas City. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get the notifications. Rest in peace to the great Suzanne Douglas. She was 62 years old. He said Haitian Jack said he about that life anywhere. He still will bust somebody's head. I believe it. He said that's what Vic was like. Vic was at Leavenworth. Y'all like this video? And follow me on IG at Gully TV World. He said he said it is black folks in South Dakota. For real? How did Suzanne Douglas pass away? That information ain't available right now at this point. I don't want to give nobody no misinformation. Anyway, I had to make that announcement. Oh man, shit, I was just out there. I had to make that announcement. Y'all can go check out the video I did about Suzanne Douglas. I had an encounter with her at the DMV in New York City. He said she was 64, not 62. I seen 62 online, man. If I'm wrong about her age, man, no disrespect extended to her or her family. Man says black folks everywhere on earth. Skins Forever, I can't find it. said you got to quit cursing out the shorties. Who I cuss out? Peace, Jason. Even though America don't, Mende, that's Jay Mendy. I already know. Texas, appreciate the donation. Even though America don't treat Black Americans fairly, I would want to live in other countries, especially one underdeveloped like Jamaica, Haiti, or even parts of Africa. I wouldn't want to live in one. I think that's the problem with a lot of people. I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. I'm gonna get with y'all probably a little bit later. I got some uploads coming. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. Follow me on IG at Gully TV World. I'm up out of here. Peace.